Good afternoon. I'm John Patton. I'm the operations manager for the Standard Speaker, and this isn't exactly how we planned on having our second annual Athlete of the Week banquet. But because of all the situation, this is the best that we can do for right now. So we'd ask you to sit back and enjoy this Zoom event. It is about an hour in length. And we'll go through and we'll give all the awards out. We'd like to thank the Standard Speaker sports staff for all the hard work, Warren Ruda, Bob Gattano, and all our photographers. But a special thanks to Coordinated Health in Lehigh Valley, who without their sponsorship this wouldn't be possible. We appreciate you being here. We thank you for your attendance, and we ask you to enjoy.
Congratulations to all of our Athlete of the Week winners this year on a job well done. You are all so deserving, and I wish you the very best.
Congratulations to all the Athletes of the Week winners. Your hard work has really paid off. Best of luck to you.
Hello, my name is Grace Babinchak. I'm a senior on the Hazleton area girls golf team. I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this possible. I'd also like to thank my family and coaches for the support, as well as my teammates, now friends, for all of the unforgettable memories along the way. I will miss you all. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Brooke Boretski, and I'm a junior on the Hazleton area volleyball team. I'd like to thank Coordinated Health, along with the Standard Speaker, for making the Athlete of the Week award possible. I'd like to thank my coaches and teammates for their continued support, and I'd also like to thank my family for molding me into the athlete I am today and for passing down their love for sports to me.
Hi, my name is Jillian Bookman, and I'm a senior captain on the Hazleton area field hockey team. I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for this award. I'd also like to thank my parents and my coaches, Coach Mary Kelly, Coach T, and Coach Chris, along with my teammates for all the support and memories over the last 4 years. I'll miss you guys.
Hello, my name is Scotty Zoscin, a junior at Wetzel Area High School. Special thanks to Coordinated Health and the Standard Speaker for naming me Athlete of the Week. Special thanks to my coaches, Paul Sear-Trump and Desi Fermanchin, and also to my teammates for making such a special season.
Okay, we're going to go into our first award right now, okay? For our first award, we are honoring a man who wears many hats, which is fitting because the award is named for a gentleman who wore many hats and wore them well. His 38-year career at the Standard Speaker from 1970 through 2008. Bill Crooks was a news reporter, sports writer, assistant sports editor, mentor, and longtime ambassador for this newspaper. He fully understood the Standard Speaker's place in our community, that getting many names and faces in print is what our readers expected. Above all, Bill was a dear friend. When he passed away in October 2018, the newspaper sports staff considered different ideas on how to honor his legacy. We eventually came up with this award, the Bill Crooks Memorial Award. It goes to a member of the local athletic community whose tireless work is often done behind the scenes and without much fanfare, but is always performed above the call of duty with a high degree of character and professionalism. Here's Bernell Crooks, Bill's widow.
Everybody liked him. I've never met anyone who said, oh, he was a creep or he was a jerk or whatever, because he wasn't. We're lucky. We're very, very lucky to have him.
His memory, he just loved the kids, loved sports. He would just be so proud. Actually, he would be embarrassed. He would really be embarrassed because he didn't do any of this stuff for fame and glory and, pats on the back. He did it because he loved it. People liked him because he was very easygoing and calm. His whole family's like that. Everybody liked him. I've never met anyone who said, oh, he was a creep or he was a jerk or whatever, because he wasn't. We're lucky. We're very, very lucky to have him. What I liked about Bill, and I saw this with his own kids, he would not praise someone just to praise them. It was, I have to be fair.
This just makes me want to cry. It's just because it's such an honor. Because he deserves it. He really does.
Like Bill was at the Standard Speaker, Mike Romiak is at the Tamaqua Area School District, in the Schuylkill League, District 11, and all of northeastern Pennsylvania for that matter. Rockstar, we'll have to let you decide that. He's Tamaqua's athletic director / public relations coordinator. Always the first local AD to inform the media about weather-related announcements and makeup dates. Arrange a college signing ceremony for a Blue Raider athlete, or set aside a day for area reporters to meet with all Tamaqua athletes. Yet Michael also serves as secretary for the District 11 Athletic Directors Association, the Eastern Football Conference president, and Schuylkill League soccer chairman. And yes, he attends practically every Tamaqua sporting event. For his commitment to promoting athletes in Tamaqua and throughout the region, the Standard Speaker is extremely pleased to present the 2020 Bill Crooks Memorial Award to Mike Romiak.
I'm grateful for the recognition that your newspaper is giving me, and honored to be in a category, with this award. You got to enjoy what you're doing, and I certainly do. It's being involved with all those. I have a passion for, the sports, obviously, and a passion to be involved, and my voice to be heard, because it's important to me. It's been a great athletic year here all around in all of our sports, fall and winter. Obviously, we weren't able to participate in our spring sports. We had, high expectations for our spring, but, the football team this year, making it as far as they did, certainly gets the ball rolling for the other programs. This senior class is special, both on the boys' side and the girls' side. Not only do they excel on the field, they also do it in the classroom. All of these kids, pretty much from the time they were probably 4 years old, have stuck together, have stayed together, and that, I think, builds that where where your teammate's going to be. You're comfortable with each other, and this group of seniors just did it from. I watched them. My daughter's a senior, so I watched both the boys and girls program from the youth level on up, and you sort of saw back then that this group of kids were going to be something special, and they were.
Job too.
It's a lot of hours, and my thing from the very beginning was I want people to see me at their events. I want to be at the events. Watching our kids play, that's the culmination of all the hard work that they put in the off season, and even in practices in the preseasons and stuff like that. I enjoy talking with the parents. I enjoy talking with the coaches and kids. I have a passion for the sports, obviously, and a passion to be involved, and my voice to be heard, and to be in a position such as this as athletic director. I'm grateful, and I love what I'm doing, and I tell people a lot of times, and they maybe take it the wrong way, but I look at it as I never worked a day in my life. I love what I do, and every morning when I get up, I'm not one of those guys that, I got to go to work. I love coming into work.
Hi everybody, I'm Zack Chowansky. I'm a senior on the North Schuylkill football team. I'd like to say thanks to the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this whole award possible. And I'd also like to thank my family, my coaches, and my teammates for making this year one to remember. Go Spartans.
Hi everyone, my name is Marin Dremock. I'm from the Hazleton area girls golf team, and I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for honoring me as one of their Student Athletes of the Week for this year. I'd also like to thank my family, friends, Coach Jobo, and teammates for supporting me relentlessly throughout my golfing career.
My name is Abigail Goldstone. I am a senior at Hazleton Area High School on the water polo and swim team. I would like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible and giving athletes a platform to show off their achievements and hard work. I was able to reach a lot of my goals this year thanks to the help of my coach, Michelle Yakubowski, and the rest of my team. I made lifelong friendships and memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Well, the 2019 high school football season was like none other we've seen. The football community was floored in late October when North Schuylkill senior Jaden Libby sustained a serious neck injury, just as the Spartans were clinching the Schuylkill League Division I title in Week 10. What came next was inspiring, as the entire region stepped up, conducting fundraisers on his behalf and paying many tributes to a fallen Spartan. In addition to his own team, many teams made tributes to Jaden, with rival Tamaqua saluting him by wearing his familiar number 6 on his helmet. Lobby was eventually named to the All-State team. And we continue to wish our 2018 Offensive Player of the Year all the best in his recovery. And we also want to salute the 2019 top football players as our major award winners. The Offensive Player of the Year. Tamaqua Blue Raiders took their fans and the entire area on an exciting ride, going 12-3, winning the first ever playoff game in school history, capturing the District 11 3A championship, and advancing all the way to the state semifinals. Nate Boyle was a running machine, racking up nearly 1,900 yards, 30 rushing touchdowns, and 995 yards and 12 TDs in 5 playoff games alone. He finishes the program's all-time leader in rushing yards, touchdowns, and points scored. And for his monster season, we congratulate Nate as our Offensive Player of the Year. The most versatile athlete is also from Tamaqua. Key player for their success was senior Matt Kistler, who caught 60 passes for 1,014 yards and 12 touchdowns. The defensive back also led the team with 84 tackles and picked off 4 passes, and also served as a team punter, and he averaged 37 yards a punt. For his outstanding all-around season, Matt was named our versatile player in 2019. And of course, defensively, Penn State-bound linebacker Tyler Elston had another big season anchoring the North Schuylkill defense. The senior made 94 tackles, 17 for loss, and had 5 sacks as the Spartans went 10-2 and won the Schuylkill League title and advanced to the district championship game. For his play, Tyler Elston is our Standard Speaker Defensive Player of the Year.
Hi, my name is Danny Lawrence. I'm a senior at Montana Area High School and a member of both the football and wrestling teams. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making the Athlete of the Week award possible. I'd also like to give a shout out to my coaches and teammates. It's been a great 4 years. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jake Marnell. I'm a graduating senior at Hazleton Area High School. I was on the wrestling team, and I want to take this time to say thank you to the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for providing a platform and covering my career and my senior year so my friends and family could follow me and keep up to date on how I'm doing. And I also want to say thank you to my coaches, Coach Schaefer, Coach Maurer, Coach Sterick, and Coach Tom, because I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. Thanks.
Hey, my name is Bryce Molinaro, a sophomore on the Hazleton Area Wrestling team. I would like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for naming me as one of their Athlete of the Weeks. I would like to thank my coaches, my friends, and my family for motivating me. I would not be where I am today without them. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Kovalick, and I'm a sophomore on the Hazleton Area Swim team. I just wanted to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for honoring me with being the Student Athlete of the Week. I would say it wouldn't be possible without Coach Michelle Yakubowski and everyone else who supported me, my family and my friends. Thank you for the award.
Yes, the basketball awards. Tamaqua head coach Erica Davis called her a one-of-a-kind type of player, and Emma Kaczynski was just that kind of player. The 5'7" guard forward and 4-year starter capped her high school career with a monster season, leading the area with 23.4 points a game and leading the Lady Raiders in rebounds, assists, steals, and she was a double-double machine. She averaged double figures for all 25 games for the 19-6 Lady Raiders. And in her final game, she scored her 2,000th career point, finishing 3rd on the Lady Raiders all-time scoring list. For her amazing senior season, Emma Kaczynski of Tamaqua has been named the Standard Speaker Female Basketball Player of the Year for the 2nd straight season.
Our Standard Speaker All-Area Boys Basketball Player of the Year for 2019-20 had himself quite a senior season. Actually, Tyler Fritz enjoyed quite a career at Marin Catholic High School. He scored at least 30 points in 13 of the Colts' 24 games and finished with at least 20 points in 21 games as a senior, on his way to becoming the all-time leading scorer in his program's rich basketball history. He also secured a spot on the Class AA All-State team for the third time, one of only a handful of local athletes to earn that distinguished honor. He never panics, his coach said. In games where he isn't scoring, he won't force shots. He will take what the defense gives him, and he's willing to get his teammates open shots. He knows the shots will come if he's patient. He's also worked himself into becoming a strong rebounder, which leads to easy baskets. Fritz scored enough baskets during the 2019-20 season to rack up a total of 699 points, an average of 28 per contest. He connected on 184 field goals, sank 157 free throws, and made 58 three-pointers, all an ode to his evolution from a standstill shooter as a freshman to a freakishly complete ball player and the Standard Speaker Boys Basketball Player of the Year as a senior.
Hello, my name is Emma Kaczynski. I am a senior on the Tamaqua girls basketball team, and I would like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for the awards. I would also like to say thank you to my family, friends, coaches, and all my teammates for making this last year so special.
My name is Tyler Fritz, a senior on the Marin basketball team. I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible. I'd especially like to thank Dr. Martinez and Dr. Palermo of Coordinated Health for keeping me healthy on the court this year. I also want to thank Coach Patton along with my parents, family, and friends that supported me along the way.
The Standard Speaker Spirit Award is next. When Marion point guard Emily Shaw had suffered a torn ACL in June of last year, she had to have reconstructive surgery, and the chances of her playing in her senior season seemed remote at best. The senior standout had other ideas. An injury that can take a year or longer to fully recover from couldn't keep Shaw off the court long. After 6 long months of rehab, she returned in early January, 6 months ahead of schedule. Although admittedly only about 75% healthy, she came back and led the Phillies, who were 3-5 without her, to an 11-5 tear that included a district playoff win. On her return, she averaged 11.3 points a game and hit 23 pointers. For her amazing comeback and spirit to return and help her teammates, Emily Shaw of Marion has been named our Spirit Award winner for 2019-20. And it's time now to announce our Female Athlete of the Year. But when it came time to vote for our Female Athlete of the Year, there were a number of excellent candidates, but 2 stood out above the rest. When we compared the 2 finalists, we couldn't separate the 2. Tamaqua's Emma Kaczynski was named All-State in not 1 but 2 sports, basketball and soccer. In soccer, she led the team with 30 goals scored, helping the Tams to a 12-win season and a district playoff win. She was named to the PA Soccer Coaches All-State team. And in basketball, she produced 16 double-doubles in 25 games for her district playoff team and was named second-team All-State in Class 4A by the Pennsylvania Basketball Writers. Meanwhile, at Panther Valley, another 2-sport All-State player was making her mark. Junior Erica DeBoski helped power the volleyball team to a 21-3 season, a 4th straight District 11 2A championship, and into the state quarterfinals. She was named All-State. In basketball, she was second to Kaczynski in scoring at 19.4 per game and hit doubles in all 22 games, landing 3rd team honors on the All-State team for Class 3A. For their combined outstanding seasons, we have co-Female Athletes of the Year this year, Emma Kaczynski of Tamaqua and Erica DeBoski of Panther Valley.
Switching gears to our Male Athlete of the Year for the 2019-20 school year, do you think 40, 50, maybe 60 years from now, one of Brayden Knoblauch's grandchildren will hop on his lap and ask, Pop, can you tell me about your senior year in high school? Where in the world would he ever begin? Perhaps with, how long do you have? As the quarterback on the Tamaqua area high school football team, Knoblauch completed 138 of 238 passes, a 58% clip, for 2,121 yards and 18 touchdowns, all Blue Raiders single-season records. He also surpassed his uncle Adam as Tamaqua's career leader in passing yards with 4,609 and touchdown passes with 42. Brayden's numbers and leadership skills helped the Blue Raiders overcome a midseason slump and achieve unprecedented success in the postseason. He ran for 2 scores and passed for a third as Tamaqua opened the District 11 tournament with a 49-28 payback win over Notre Dame Green Pond in the semifinals for its first ever playoff win. 1 week later, Knoblauch passed for 2 touchdowns when the Raiders knocked off Schuylkill League rival North Schuylkill 20-0 for the program's first district football championship. They were just getting warmed up. In the state playoffs, with Knoblauch completing a combined 19 of 30 passes for 334 yards and 2 scores and 2 rushing TDs, Tamaqua eliminated District 1 champion Pope John Paul II and District 3 heavyweight Wyomissing to reach the state semifinals before coming up short in a 21-0 loss to eventual PIAA Class 3A champ Wyoming area in the state semis. Afterward, the Pennsylvania football writers voted Knoblauch to the Class 3A All-State team, just as he was turning his focus to what would be a stellar Blue Raider basketball season as well. With the ability to drive to the basket or hit a deep jumper, Knoblauch averaged a team-best 17.6 points per game, while draining an area-best 79 three-pointers. He also led the squad in assists at 5.2 per game and grabbed 6.4 boards per contest, again earning Standard Speaker All-Area First-Team honors. His clutch play saved the Raiders on a number of occasions during the season, but none of his heroics was bigger than in the team's PIAA Class 4A playoff opener against Danville. After being ill for most of the week, he scored just 5 points through the first 3 quarters, and Tamaqua trailed by 6 points. But Knoblauch found a reserve of energy in the fourth quarter, scoring 16 of his game-high 21 points on 5 of 7 shooting, including 3 triples as Tamaqua closed on a 27-15 run to win and advance. He's our guy, Blue Raider coach Jim Barron said afterward. He's been sick all week, throwing up, and it showed in the first 3 quarters. But in the fourth quarter, the competitor in him came out. He was huge. Knoblauch was huge again against Susquehanna Township in the second round, with a game-high 24 points, including 13 of 14 at the foul line as the Raiders steamrolled the Indians 72-58 to set up a quarterfinal showdown with Pope John Paul II. Does that school name sound familiar to Tamaqua fans? Alas, the COVID-19 pandemic halted and finally forced the cancellation of the rest of the tournament. Tamaqua's deepest state tournament run since 1983 was over without ever really ending. Not only were Knoblauch and his teammates unable to finish out their basketball season, their spring sports season was wiped away as well because of the coronavirus. Knoblauch was expected to be a key player for the Raider baseball team after hitting a team-best .359 last spring. He said, "We were looking forward to making more memories at the end of the basketball season and into baseball season. That's what stinks," he said in early April. "I don't know how else to describe it. You can't take anything for granted. What I'll try to do is cherish every memory I had with everybody in high school. Moments our 2019-20 Standard Speaker Male Athlete of the Year will be happy to share with his grandkids someday."
Hey guys, my name's Jordan Carmonic. I was a senior on the Mahanoy area girls basketball team. I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible, and I'd also like to give a shout out to my coaches and teammates for another great year full of memories. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Maya Wetzel, a junior on the North Schuylkill Lady Spartans basketball team. I would like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible. We had a very fun and successful year this year thanks to all my coaches and my teammates. I can't wait for my senior year and to be back with all my teammates.
Hi, my name is Lucas Gregor. I'm a senior on the Tamaqua area basketball team. I'd like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible. I'd also like to thank my coaches and teammates for making this the most memorable year.
Yeah, it's Brandon Slotino from Panther Valley. I just want to say thanks for naming me Player of the Week. It really means a lot to me. Me and my team, we had a really good season. We won a district championship. That was one thing that we really wanted to do all throughout our careers, and we finally got that done. I know Coach Cramps was really happy about that too. We won our first state playoff game in 34 years, so that was also really cool. I broke a few records. I mean, I couldn't have done any of that without my teammates. And yeah, it was just a really good season overall. I just want to say thanks for naming me Player of the Week.
Hi, my name is Brayden Knoblauch. I am a senior football player at Tamaqua High School. I would like to thank the Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible.
Hi, my name is Ryan Petrosky. I'm a junior on the Crestwood football and basketball team. I'd like to thank the standard speaker and coordinated health for making this award possible. We had a great year this year, thanks to Coach Arcangeli and Coach Hazleton, and especially my teammates.
Hi, this is Bronson Strouse, a senior at Tamaqua High School, who competed in wrestling and played football the past 4 years. I'd like to say thank you to the standard speaker and coordinated health for this amazing award, and also to my coaches and my teammates who have pushed me to the best individual I can possibly be. Go Raiders!
Hi everyone, my name is MARISSA TRAVELPIECE and I'm a senior on the Hazleton area softball and basketball teams. I'd like to begin by thanking Standard Speaker and Coordinated Health for making this award possible. I would also like to thank my parents, teammates, and coaches for all of their endless support throughout my 4 years of high school. It was so much fun, and my time as a Cougar will never be forgotten. I cannot wait to see what the next chapter holds. Thank you.
The last of our videos for the athletes comes from Bob Gattano, who is one of our stringers and does a great job. This is a little bit longer, but certainly worth it.
As much as it killed her inside, MARISSA TRAVELPIECE didn't need to play her senior year at Hazleton Area High School to be recognized as the state's best player in her sport, softball. In its 35th year of honoring the nation's and each state's best high school athletes, the Gatorade Company announced in late May that MARISSA was the recipient of its 2019-20 Gatorade Pennsylvania Softball Player of the Year award, the first player from the Lady Cougars' tradition-rich program to be chosen for the prestigious honor. The award, which recognizes not only athletic excellence, but also high standards of academic achievement and exemplary character demonstrated on and off the field, distinguishes MARISSA as Pennsylvania's best high school softball player, after being a finalist for the award in 2019. She was one of 55 finalists for Gatorade National Player of the Year and one of 607 athletes in 8 sports, including boys and girls basketball, boys and girls cross country, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls track and field, softball, baseball, and girls volleyball honored in their respective states this season. The 6-foot shortstop was named a PGF Northeast Region All-American in 2020 and concluded her 3-year varsity career with a .456 batting average, 23 home runs, and 101 RBI. A 3-time first-team All-State selection, MARISSA ranks as the nation's number 99 prospect in the class of 2020 by Softball America. She led the Lady Cougars to a 23-2 record and a spot in the PIAA Class 6A finals as a junior in 2019, after playing a key role on another state final team in her freshman year. She batted .474 in her final season in Scarlet and Silver, with 12 home runs, 45 RBI, and a whopping 1.673 OPS. Also a standard speaker all-area first-team basketball selection, MARISSA has volunteered locally on behalf of an elementary school reading initiative, a suicide prevention program, and youth sports teams. Her sunny disposition always shining through. Coach Bob Bertoni said, "I can honestly say without any hesitation that MARISSA is the best all-around student athlete that I have ever coached," the veteran said. Her leadership is second only to her playing ability. She's an unselfish player who puts team success first. Meanwhile, MARISSA also maintained a high average in the classroom. She has signed a national letter of intent to continue her academic career and play softball on scholarship at Big Ten Michigan State University. The standard speaker salutes Gatorade Pennsylvania Softball Player of the Year, MARISSA TRAVELPIECE.
It definitely makes you take things know not to take things for granted. I mean, I would do anything to get back out on that field one more time with my friends, but I mean, after all, you have to see, you do have to take precautions, but I just wish they could have waited. Now that we're in the green, maybe we could have done something. But I mean, I grew up with these kids. I've played softball with them my whole life, and to not get to step back on the field with them one more time, I mean, that kind of hurt a little bit. I mean, just to get to be with everyone and be surrounded and just, I don't know, be with them, it's just awesome. We always have fun. It's never a dull moment with them either, so that was awesome that we got to do those things. Definitely, you have to play every game like it's your last. I mean, I know after the state title game last year, we just kept, our new mindset was this season, get back to Penn State, and you don't always get to go back to where you want to go, so definitely just not to take things for granted and to enjoy every moment to the fullest. Received that, I mean, that was awesome. I lost last year, but it didn't really matter because we made it to Penn State, and this year, I mean, not being able to play, that kind of helped a little bit with it, but like I said again, without my teammates or my coaches or my family, that award wouldn't have been possible. All my hard work kind of paid off for that, and like I said, my teammates helped me. Without them, it's not a one-person game. I mean, I couldn't be at Penn State by myself, so without them, I couldn't have gotten the recognition that I needed.
Our special guest speaker today grew up in an apartment over his father's plumbing shop in Hazleton. Rather humble beginnings for one of the modern sports world's most recognizable figures. Like all of our honorees, he grew up playing and excelling in youth sports. He became a two-sport star at Hazleton High School, earning the nickname Broad Street Joe, a takeoff on the New York Jets quarterback Broadway Joe Namath, one of his sports heroes. He attended Lafayette College, where he played baseball and football, ultimately giving up the latter to focus on the former. He went on to receive an honorary Doctor of Letters from Lafayette, but not until some 35 years after he left campus. He left Lafayette to pursue his dreams of a professional career in baseball, signing with the California Angels organization as a free agent catcher in 1975. Yet, he never advanced higher than Class A, in which he played for 4 seasons. In his 4 seasons, he never had more than 180 at-bats in a season, and the most home runs he ever hit was 3 for the Salinas Angels in 1977. Overall, he hit .267 with 5 home runs and 514 at-bats. Still, he kept his focus and continued to plug away at achieving his big league dreams. In 1979, after spending 4 seasons trying to make it as a catcher in the Angels organization, he decided to give up his playing career and become a coach. He started as a scout and would continue on to such positions as manager throughout the Angels farm system and minor league roving hitting instructor. As a minor league manager, he had a .279 and .339 record in 6 seasons. He managed in the minors from 1981 to 1986, each team having a losing record. His stops included managing the Idaho Falls Angels of the Rookie League in 1981, the Class A Salem Angels from 1982 and 1983, the Class A Peoria Chiefs in 1984, and the Class AA Midland Angels in 1985 and 1986. After serving as minor league roving instructor from 1987 to 1993, he was promoted to the big league club as a coach. He wound up working in the Angels organization for 31 years. He finally got his big league call-up with the Angels in 1994 and served in as assistant under managers Buck Rogers, Marcel Latchman, John McNamara, Terry Collins, and Mike Scioscia, earning a World Series ring as Scioscia's bench coach in 2002. He served 2 stints as interim manager during this time. He then managed the Tampa Bay Rays from 2006 through 2014, winning the 2008 American League pennant. After opting out of his contract following the 2014 season, he joined the Chicago Cubs and led them to the 2015 National League Championship Series and was named the National League Manager of the Year in that same season. In 2016, he managed the Cubs to their first World Series title since 1908 and took them back to the playoffs 2 more times before he and the Cubs parted ways following the 2019 season. The Angels didn't wait long to bring him back to their organization, hiring him as their manager last October. This baseball lifer is a proud Hazletonian, Joe Madden. Joe has offered to share a few words of his wisdom with us in what has been a challenging time for us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi, this is Joe Madden. I'm talking to you from Long Beach, California. Listen, this has been a tough year on so many different levels, and I've thought about this specifically, the plight of the student athlete in high school. I cannot emphasize enough how wonderful that time was for me and how important it was to me. And listen, I'm not trying to be selfish right now, not just myself, a lot of folks. I can't even imagine going through any year and not being able to participate. But your senior year, where there's a lot at stake, trying to showcase your abilities to get that scholarship that you're looking for. I got to Lafayette College, which was a great find for me. A lot of it had to do with football, but nevertheless, if I had not been able to play that year, I can't even imagine that. So, listen, I know it's been difficult. It's been very difficult. But I also know this. The struggle is real, and the struggle is important, and we have to embrace the struggle because that's where you're going to grow. You're going to grow, and you're going to get stronger. You hear in baseball the term grind often. It's true. We play 162 games a year, and it's a grind. Good times, bad times. When you're going well, piece of cake. When you're not, a little bit more difficult. And we've all been there, so we know what that feels like. So the best advice I can give is fight through it, come out the other side, don't be angry, get through your anger quickly, and start channeling all your energies into something productive as you move to the next adventure in your life. Again, listen, I've thought about it, exactly this. All these different schools, Hazleton area, MMI, Marin Catholic, Weatherly, Tamaqua, Panther Valley, Mahanoy area, Shenandoah Valley, North Schuylkill. Excuse me, many of you cannot conclude your high school careers. Wow. If for those that maybe aren't into athletics, they don't possibly quite understand that, but it's tough. So be upset, move through it, get on to the next moment, continue to be an achiever. The fact that you participate and are a member of a team, you know what that feels like and how important that is. So best of luck. Hope to visit with you people at some point. If I come back home and you're around, make sure you say hello. But take this time, become stronger. Know you're going to be an influencer on the other side as you get to like I said, that next adventure, and it's going to be fun. I do promise you that. So thanks for listening, Be well. My best to your families. And we'll be seeing you down the road. Take care.
Okay. Thank you very kindly. We have a couple of videos. Obviously, this is we tried to break it up into segments. The last segment we're going to go through would be we went around to a bunch of the coaches, some of them that had their seasons ended prematurely, some of them who never had them started, and then we'll end with some of the coaches and what they're doing going forward. So I'm going to play these four right together. So if you don't mind, just hold on and we'll get them taken care of.
And all of a sudden, we're getting ready to play our next game, and the rumors are circulating about not playing. And all of a sudden, we come in to practice, and we're told, next day everything's stopping. And I met with the girls, talked. I mean, it was. I knew it at that point. We weren't coming back. There was no way with the pros not playing and the colleges. There was no way we were going to start the state playoffs again. But it was emotional because the seniors were all upset. Seeing them upset, gets to me a little bit. Knowing that, and we had lost by 1 to the team we were going to play Friday. We had had a great practice the day before, and I just felt ready. I felt our kids, they came in focused. They were ready to go, and all of a sudden, it wasn't going to happen. And it was emotional. At that point, I told them I wasn't coming back after this year. And it was hard to say that to them. You realize you've probably been one of the best programs in the state, most consistent programs in the state over the last 5 years. And I never thought about it like that. I never realized, then you think about it, being in the semifinals 3 times and having another chance to do it. I guess we were most consistent. And this group this year was special because they had to work to get to where we got to. And they did. 3 girls coming up, stepping in the starting lineup for us, all did their jobs well.
Right. We were playing, best basketball. We were in our groove, and we had a real good matchup coming up. We played great against Susquehanna Township. Came out, did a great job defensively early on against them. Took a couple charges, set the tone for the game, and we kind of dominated that whole game. I thought we were playing as good as we possibly could. I was real excited for the next matchup, and we find out the day before the game that we're not going to be able to play it, and that we're closed down for like a week, and hopefully we're going to be able to play. And as it just keeps going on and going on and going on, I get all the phone calls from the papers. I get phone calls from other coaches. It's disappointing that we're not going to be able to do it. And, now that I think about it, it's kind of heartbreaking about what happened for these seniors. But we definitely enjoyed our run, and we definitely enjoyed the ride, and we're proud about what we were able to accomplish. We basically played 8 or 9 guys last year, and 8 of our top 9 guys were seniors. So this was going to be our summer where we were going to rebuild, and we needed everybody in the gym as much time as possible to put new stuff in. Go over new things, get these guys ready to play varsity basketball, and it would have been a real hard summer for us. Working out, 2-3 open gyms a week, playing summer league 2-3 nights a week, and we were going to start in May, and it would have been all summer long. And right now we haven't done a single thing. And we're hoping to be able to get back in next week, start shooting a little bit, but that's even questionable. Basically, right now the plan is we're going to go 2 days a week in the gym. We're going to be bringing about 10 guys in at a time. Splitting guys 2 up at a basket, staying socially distanced, and pretty much just doing shooting drills for an hour at a time, and then bringing another group of 10 in and doing the same thing again.
It was really tough. It still hurts, to be honest with you. We're sitting back now, and I think it sinks in a little bit more, and you're seeing the senior kids kind of go off and get ready to go to college and put so much time, energy, and effort into getting ready for the season, kind of planning on how you're going to play the season, how you hope it goes along the way. But so to lose it outright was really tough, and really in a bizarre situation that is no one's fault. It wasn't anything that we did or a specific school did or the kids did. It just was something that the whole nation felt that we lost the season. So it will always go down as one of the more bizarre occurrences in my entire career. Really special group, and there's a few of them that are going to go on and play at the next level in college baseball. But there's a few that really they lost their senior year and their last chance to compete athletically with a uniform on playing a sport. So, my heart breaks for them, honestly. So it's hard to really convey a message to them. But what I tried to tell them was like, look, we lost this season, but you were part of one of the better teams to ever come through this school. We were 18-3. You brought back a conference championship. You brought back a district championship in an outstanding come-from-behind fashion. No matter what happens, you're always going to be champions, and you'll be remembered for that, at least in my book. We just have to move on and stay ready to play. And I think, there's a lot of kids that have to grow up quick. There's kids that maybe had an opportunity to play as a junior for the first time on varsity, then now they're really getting their first taste of varsity baseball as seniors, and even for some of those younger kids, that sophomores that we're going to make an impact, that now have to grow up and be a team leader. Once we get the group back together in the winter, we just got to really get after it again. And now there's a lot of kids that are creating buzz for themselves with getting some attention from colleges. So we're always going to have a target on our back from our success in 2019, and then everybody knows what's going on here. So we got to work that much harder. These guys, that you can't take a single game for granted. You really can't take a single play for granted, a single day out on the field for granted. I thought I was going to play forever, and I got to play for a long time, and then it's over. And you're kind of looking back at your career, and you have some regrets, you have some things that you're proud of. So I try to tell those guys, make sure the things that you're proud of really outweigh any regrets that you have. And you'll look back on your career with a lot of happiness.
There's been a lot of disappointment for not only all the sports programs, baseball, track, softball, all over, lacrosse for some of the schools in the area, and field hockey as well. But I always was taught through any disappointment, through any adversity, there's always the seeds of a greater or equal benefit. And through all of this, even though there's been some disappointment, especially for our seniors as well, there's been a lot of rays of hope in how the character from a lot of our athletes, a lot of the athletes in the area have handled the situation that's been put in at hand. Obviously, when you prepare for 6, 7, 8 months for a season, and 2 weeks in, all of a sudden it just is, for lack of a better phrase, taken away. It creates a lot of anxiety, creates a lot of hopelessness. But through all that, seeing how our athletes handled it, seeing how some other athletes handled it, it shows that we have a lot of great character, not only in our program, but in a lot of the programs in the area throughout all sports. Through that disappointment, a lot of our athletes stepped up to be leaders through their teammates who might have been struggling through some other adversities, especially with the health issues that are threatening and at hand. But at the same time, too, through everything, I think it gave us a greater appreciation for what we do have available and not taking anything for granted. That is
my first time around that I thought my book was just about finished, and every season there's always something that happens that's unique, and I always say you add a chapter. Well, this is like adding 6 chapters. This is something nobody could ever anticipate, but I've been really pleased with the way our kids have responded, our coaches have responded. We've have an organized program of weights and agilities that we depend upon our kids to do, and I kind of believe they're doing it. Our Zoom meetings, people have seen them going very well. I myself, I thought URL was a British rock band at one time. Now I feel like I don't know what's going on. So that's been a whole new world for me, getting involved with the computer part of it. And now I'm just really curious to see, as we approach July 1st now, how we're all going to kind of make this thing try to work. And I have some great assets, if you will, on my sub at Colgate. I get an idea what the colleges are doing and how they're trying to handle things, how they handle their kids, and anything they could use that I can use and kind of try to adapt it down here. And so it's just kind of wait to see now how the kids come down, how we socially separate, how we break them down. I'm going to meet with my staff this weekend and go over that, and then we'll be ready to go Monday night. And I never had a team that green. We've got a lot of upperclassmen coming in. We have about 13, 14 freshmen now. And so that's kind of a whole new mix along that line. I felt the most important thing we had to do was establish the culture. And I think to establish the culture, they have to know where they were coming from. Get to have these guys that kind of set the bar for them about the school that we believe is the greatest school in the state. And one of the things I want to do is 10 years from now, write a letter back to the team, saying we were a team that turned it around, that type of stuff. So there's been a real attempt to get the culture back with the help of people like the men of Marin. We've been able to improve our facilities, our practice field, which was not appropriate. It's being taken care of. Coaches went down and painted the weight room last week. I painted one board, I think, so I won't say anything about that part of it, but worked out really well on those lines. So yeah, that was it. Just trying to give them a little impetus that this could be done here. You know, it could be done here. This is the way it's going to be done here. If you work with us, we're not going to promise anything but chance. We're going to play hard and compete in every ball game, but these are the steps you have to take to get there. That's how we work at it.
You know, sports is obviously less important when you look at what's going on with the pandemic globally. But for us, it was, it was a huge punch in the gut. I mean, we kind of had a lot of momentum going at that point. We had just won the championship. We played in 2 state games, and when all this really hit, it was the night after our last state game. So it was surprising at first, and I don't think any of us could have foreseen, you know, what was going to come right away. You know, we all at first kind of hoped that maybe those initial 2 weeks were, you know, something that was going to hopefully minimize what was going on. But, you know, as it went on and you know, we were, you know, on lockdown for a while, for us, you know, it was a great time to be in school. It was a great time to be in the community. We haven't won the district championship since 1986. You know, it was good vibes all around. The kids were happy. It was a great time to be in school. You know, all the support we had from their classmates and teachers and administration. And it was a great time in the community with everyone being together. That was the greatest part about it. So we went from, you know, pretty much being together every day, you know, for 4 months. And it was the culmination of all that hard work that we were able to celebrate together. And then to have it just end, you know, so drastically and suddenly was just a shock. Yeah, you know, the off season for us has always been a huge part of, you know, our program. You know, last year, I think back to June of last year, we played in 2 tournaments. We had our youth camp with 100 campers, and we're playing multiple games every Wednesday night. So June is a huge month for us. We get started with our summer league in May. So we right now would have really been into it now for, you know, well over a month with our off-season workouts, our lifting program. So that I mean, everyone's in the same boat. We understand that there's really nothing that can be done about it. But yes, for us, we would be very busy right now, and you know, it's disappointing to not have the ability to do any of that at this point. Well, we're kind of looking at the return to play protocol to see where we fit in as a winter sport, because obviously the main priority right now is getting those fall athletes ready and prepared for the fall season. So I think that's the main priority right now. I think after July 1st, we're going to be able to have a better idea of what we're going to be able to do moving forward as far as individual workouts and those types of things. I have been in contact with some people in the community in regards to the outdoor facilities, outdoor basketball courts, and we might be looking to do some things there. So, you know, we're hoping within the next couple of weeks, you know, as things open up more, you know, hopefully the numbers of the cases stay down and we're able to get back to work.
Yeah, Steve, it's been quite a year on the local sports scene. You know, a lot of memories this year, but we were still able to honor a lot of great athletes today.
Yes, a lot of different things happened this year, a lot of things we weren't expecting, and but some amazing moments, some great performances by all the athletes this year.
Right, and we look forward to, you know, getting back into the swing of things as soon as we possibly can, because like you, we both love sports so much, and you know, it was a shame that we couldn't cover sports, but we're anxious to get back at it.
And to the seniors, we wish you all the best. You learned a lot of life lessons this year, and hopefully you'll take them with you, and you'll be stronger for that. And for the underclassmen, we're looking forward to seeing you live next year, and looking forward to be back at our regular banquet again.
For the Standard Speaker sports staff, the Standard Speaker newspaper staff in general, we like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching and being part of this, and it was our pleasure to do this for you, because you had a great impact on what we do, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
One of the main themes that we've gone through is that we're all in this together, and you can see from in front of me just a portion of the schools that are represented by our winners. I think what we can honestly say is the things that separate us are not nearly as great as the things that bring us together. And this has brought us together stronger as a community. While certainly we've had some sports that have been cut short or have missed a season, certainly there is a lot that we could be thankful for. For the outgoing seniors, you know, you've made us proud. We're sure you'll continue to make us proud in your endeavors. So take advantage of it, make the most of it, and thanks again.